Hello, welcome to Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. I'm just unscripted, just babbling about. This is me just playing around with Game Planner, trying to just figure out different kinds of things you can do. This basically what I've developed is a uh, decoder. This basically takes binary inputs, like think of these as each one of the ones as digits, and basically outputs a true on certain quote unquote channels or paths. So you can see here, I'll do it layer by layer. Let's ignore this one for now. On this first layer, you have two binary inputs. Think of it as like two digits. So 0011. And here in this first layer, you have an output of 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. So you can see here, this would be a 2 to 4 decoder. As you can see here, think of it as kind of read it from like again right to left, as well as like a whole number. This is 00 state, so kind of color there. That is true. Now, if you want 01, that becomes true. If you go to 10, this channel or routing becomes true. And then here you go to 11. As soon as you add a third binary digit, so from 000 to 111, you basically again times 2, and you add, like exponentially more routes, channels, whatever the official term for this is. So you can see here 000, that lights up. 001, 010, then you have 011, you have 100, 101, 110, and then 111. So basically, some certain applications that this could be used for in future game planner things is that, well, let's say that you want certain branches or things to happen. So you could have like a whole circuitry set up on this branch, this branch, this branch, this branch, this branch, etc. And all you need to do technically is add as many channels as you want. For every one you add, it's 2 to the power of however many digits there are. It's 2 to the power of 3. Yeah, it's been a while since I did electronics and math like this. What's cool about this, that based on research, technically you could have developed this with ANDs and NOT gates, but apparently in the official computer world, this is all done through the NAND gate, where basically if you do a NAND to itself, it outputs almost like acts as an inverter. Two of them combined like this acts as an AND gate. So basically, based on the research I've done, NANDs, if used properly, can be used to create every other gate possible, and that's why they're using computing, blah 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 blah. Some science nerds can probably do more than that. Which, so that is the kind of like applications of this, and see, it's simple to set up once you get the pattern going, but you can see here, this takes up a lot of modules to replicate, just 8 channels, right? I almost wish, and you go to H3VR Discord, that somehow, let's pretend this is the magic box, that somehow there was like almost like a traffic light or decoder module where, oh look, instead of binary, it's like integer numbers of like 0, 1, 2, etc. And then like, oh, this branch is true, everything else false, or like, it like changes the state of whatever the branches are, whatever X outputs are, determines the special combinations. But it's a balance between because the game planner is still in development, between what you can do just with normal gates versus making a dedicated module for this. And well, I feel like this could be condensed somehow into like a module or so, or some parts of this, right? Like the fact that I have to translate like, oh, let's go to channel 0, which would be in binary interpretation 3 offs. Let's go to channel 2. That would actually be two, 1 channel 1's there, channel 2, 0 1 0, I believe. 0 1 2, yeah, channel 2. So boom, channel 2. So I feel like there's some things you can do, kind of some simplification that you could probably add in the future, because this decoder is so complicated. Well, again, once you get the patterns right, it's very easy to do. It's just that, well, could we swap out somehow this binary input with an integer input? Basically just do like a traffic module, like, oh, I want this one to go, or a router module, or whatever you want to name it. But yeah, this is just me playing around, doing a bunch of research, and kind of relearning my college courses, like electronics 101 maybe. But yeah, and the only reason why you see these delay things, just for organizational purposes, so I can keep track of. Basically, these are falses, these are trues, and that help me like organize, the pathways. But yeah, this is scalable basically. Like as soon as I add another switch, I would just make some like repeating pattern or like another layer. So basically what's cool about this is that these like first 2 binary digits right here in this row are basically utilized twice over here, meaning that if I were to extend this to like 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 to 1 1 1 1 kind of row here, I could reutilize these combinations and do like another AND thing right here. Like again, it's the concept is scalable using the tool provided, but it's just the size and how, if it's possible to compact this. But yeah, just want to show off me recreating decoder stuff in H3VR. Game Planner is super cool. So if you like really into redstone from Minecraft, or just logic gates and want to be advanced stuff, you can do a lot, because these gates, we actually are provided a lot of gates already. So you've got, well, let's not mess up the ones I do have. You've got things like AND, OR, NAND, NOR, XOR, XNOR, imply, NIMPLY, which I had to figure out what these were even used for. Yeah, they're not gates, and I think that's it. But it'd be cool to have future ones in the like comparator gates, because again, we have 2 types of inputs or outputs. We either have Boolean, true, false, or integer inputs and outputs. So maybe like, oh, is 1 greater than 2? That's false. And then that's an output right there. But yeah, this is just me rambling and showing off my decoder gates. Woo! Again, I have no idea what you can do with this. Some people are more creative than me. This was just me trying something out, relearning a basic concept. Maybe you can do a puzzle game with this. Like somehow hide all this behind a wall. Be like, hey, to open this door, you need the right combination of 1101. Ooh. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think I rambled enough This was basically a 2 to 4 decoder expanded to a 3 to 8 decoder, which could begin, if I had more time and room and stuff, a 4 to 16 decoder. Yeah, 4 to 16. Currently, right now, when you copy these gates, they default back to AND. So it'd be cool if, when you copied and cloned them, it's whatever state or gate type they were, but whatever. Gotta stop rambling now. But yeah.